Hey, what's up, my Woken people? This is your homie Woken Joe, and man, talk about crazy. Alright, I just got done seeing the Joker movie with Joaquin Phoenix, Robert De Niro, and man, this movie is a great storytelling movie. Alright, um, first, I'll let you guys know right now. In the beginning, for me, it was slow. Alright, it was really, really slow. But you can tell, like, this guy has a disorder, that laughing disorder, and everything that he does is like, it seems like he has bad luck. Even when he tries to make the most out of everything, he seems to always have bad luck. And he always tries to see a positive side to it, and you can tell that he has a depression disorder. You can also tell by that because it seems like every time something happened, he wanted to cry, but because of the laughing disorder that he has, that you can tell that he couldn't cry at all. It was just laughing, and he even Queen Phoenix does the choking and the laughing, and man, and talk about being 80s. Yeah, that shit was straight 80s. It was cool. I've seen a lot of things that I noticed in the movie that, like, one, it looks like they're going with the whole story of him being a comedian. And, first of all, let's talk about the disorders first. Okay, yeah, so not only he has that laughing disorder, and it looks like he has that depression disorder, but he also has a delusional disorder, I should say. Yeah, like, there's moments in the movie that, okay, he's going out with that one girl, I forgot her name. Her name's Domino from Deadpool 2. He's going out with Domino, okay, and she is a girl that he runs into in the elevator with her daughter. And because they had one little reenactment with each other, well, it wasn't even that. It was just she was trying to talk to him, but he was already having a bad day. But she did this, and that caught his attention. And throughout the movie, it's like he has the courage to want to ask her out. There's a part that he thinks that he's telling her that he's a comedian, and she should check out one of his shows. And then there's a part that when he does do the stand-up comedy, that she's there, and even when his mom gets sick, she's there, but finding out later, she was never there. It was just all in his mind. And there's a creepy moment where he's just having that bad day. Like, man, he just found out some shit about him, which I'll get to that in a little bit. And so he ends up going in her house, and she freaks out, and he realizes, oh fuck, like, she was never there with him throughout this whole time that he was going, whatever he was going through throughout the movie. And so, like, that shit was a trip. Like, oh man. And then there's a part where he's fed up with everything, and he goes in the refrigerator. He sleeps in the refrigerator. That shit was funny. And then so the part of him being really whacked out of it is, like I say, he goes through a lot of shit. He gets jumped multiple times. He gets jacked. There's a part where they find out, his people at work, they find out that he got jumped. So one of the guys gave him a gun, and the guy that gave Joker the gun ends up ratting on him, saying that he had a gun, that he tried to buy it off him. And there's a scene in the hospital in the trailers where Joker's dancing with the cancer kids. Well, in that scene, his gun pops out. Joker has his gun, and because he had just got done killing somebody. And so a couple scenes before, I think it was the night before. So but anyways, he's in that scene, in the doctor scene, and he's dancing around, and the gun pops out of his pants, and it falls, and and he grabs it, and he fucks up a couple times, and then he grabs it, and it's just everybody's quiet. All the kids are quiet. He's like, that show was funny, but he ends up getting fired, and so, that happens, and then later on in the big scene that I thought it was interesting, which I really like how they went with this. Well, in the beginning, it looks like it was a good twist. All right, everybody thought, well, he finds out that he's adopted. Then he finds out that his mom is a psycho, delusional disorder bitch, and she just goes through a bunch of shit. And then he finds out later that he's adopted, but this whole time she told the Joker's mom told him that Thomas Wayne, Bruce Wayne's dad, is his father, and he ends up telling him the truth. Joker ends up running into Thomas Wayne, and he ends up telling him the truth. But because he can't cry, he laughs. Thomas Wayne gets pissed off. Bruce Wayne's dad punches the Joker in the face, and Sprite. And so I thought that was pretty funny too. Like that was a good twist. And then the last 30 minutes of that movie. Well, there's this one part. Alright, he already kills people. He's killed about 3 guys already. And then he's just dealing with all this stuff. And then he finds out by his mom and Thomas Wayne. And then he finds out later that his mom's just psycho. And then he ends up killing his mom. Yeah, he kills his mom in the hospital. He's all like, all my life is a comedy. My life is a comedy. And he just starts struggling her, suffocates her with the pillow. And that shit was crazy. I was like, what the fuck? And then there's a scene where he's getting ready to go on Robert De Niro's show. Because 2 weeks before that, there's a scene earlier in the movie that he becomes a stand-up comedy, right? Joker, he does stand-up. And with that girl, Domino, she's supposedly there. But he does a couple stand-ups, but he ends up cracking up. He gets so nervous, he just starts busting up laughing. And so he tries to snap out of it. And Robert De Niro finds that footage and just puts him on blast on national television, then invites him to his show. So, Joker's getting ready to do this show. He kills his mom at this point. And then, he's already confronted Thomas Wayne. And so there's a scene he's getting ready. He's getting ready to go. He's dyeing the scene where he starts dyeing his hair all the way to the end. It's fucking crazy, dude. The guy that confronted him, that snitched on him with the gun, and this midget dude that works with the clown job that they did, they all went to Joker's house just to see how he's doing and this and that. But really, the big guy that snitched on Joker, he wanted to see what the cops said about the gun, because the cops they had explained to Joker that they went to their job and asked about the gun. And so Joker's just listening. He has all his shit painted white at this point, and then he just kills the dude by asking too many fucking questions. He just stabs him. He gives some scissors and just starts stabbing him in the neck. And the poor midget, he was all scared. He didn't know what to do. And then when Joker told him that he can go ahead and leave, he's not going to do nothing to him. You know how some people got those locks with the chains and all, and those other doors? Well, the midget couldn't reach the chain. Oh man, that shit was, I don't know. I was like the only, there was a lot there was a lot of funny parts in the movie that a lot of people didn't get in the theater. It went right over their head. It had me dying. Like, Todd Phillips is funny as fuck. He got some funny comedy. And, I noticed, in 4 scenes where those parts that was supposed to be funny, there was maybe 1 or 2 people that laughed, but they all laughed because they heard me laughing. You know what I mean? Because it was funny. The midget couldn't reach the the chain, and then there's one part where he messes with Bruce Wayne and stuff like that. And like, there's hidden comedy in that movie. You just gotta find it. And I think I found all of them, honestly, because I was busting up on a lot of parts. And man, so after you guys already know, he kills Robert De Niro's character because he goes on the show after the whole midget scene, and he's just thinking about all this stuff. You can tell they're zooming in on Joker's face, and you can tell he's thinking about all the shit that Robert De Niro's character was saying about him. And so he goes on him, and he just lets him have it. And this movie is pretty much based on today's world, even though it's based in the 80s. Like, everything that's going on in San Bernardino is like any knucklehead from Patton can. If you guys are from San Bernardino, you know what Patton is. Yeah, it's a insane asylum. Yeah, someone can actually go through this, like, if they had one bad day. And I can see why people thought it was dangerous, but it was a beautiful comic book storytelling. Like I said in the beginning, I wasn't feeling it because it was slow, but I understand why. Rethinking about it and all, like, yeah, it was just, man, I feel real sorry for the Joker. Like, you see what he goes through, finding out about his stepdad, his stepmom, and not really having a dad, and he's all fucked up, and his stepmom's mentally deranged, and he was beaten up as a kid. It was just bad. And I want to talk about the very last scene. The two of the last scenes. After he kills Robert De Niro's character, the cops busted him. Then all these people that are rioting outside, that are with these clowns, dude. If you guys ever played Batman Arkham Knight, it is exactly like that. Or I'm sorry, Arkham City, where everybody's a fan of the Joker, and their Joker's the boss, and this and that. Like, they made it just like that. It was so dope. There's after the people, there was some clowns that were in an ambulance and crashed into a cop car where Joker was at. They took his body out and put it on top of the car. He woke up. The Joker woke up out of it, and just the way he was, like, he was just, he officially became the Joker at that point. Like, after seeing everybody noticing him and cheering for him, that is the origin of Joker right there, of how he started. Like, it was perfect. It looked just like the video game. It looked just like everything that I thought how Joker would be in real life, and in a comic book way, though. You know what I mean? It was just freaking tight. And then there's this one part, after that, of course, he gets caught up and he's in the mental hospital. He's at Arkham Asylum at this point, and he's having an interview with another psychiatrist that's in there. And of course, it doesn't show it, but you can see him walking out with blood. He killed her. And he just starts dancing in the hallways, and then then all of a sudden he sees the securities, whatever. He starts running left, and then they start chasing him, and then he goes right. It was just a perfect fucking ending. That was the Joker right there. Like, this nigga's fucking up. Like, they ended that, like, the way they ended the movie is like, oh yeah, there could be a part 2. Batman, the new Batman's that's about to come out, yeah, he can be in there. And I don't know, it was a great movie. I give it 2 thumbs up, 5 stars. Everything that everybody's been saying about this movie, that was so great. I seen it and beyond. I even seen a couple Joker stories from the comics, but I'm not gonna get into all that. But that's my spoiler. That's my review of the Joker. And Joaquin Phoenix, I've been a fan of him ever since he did Walk the Line. So, ever since he played Johnny Cash. So, but honestly, I feel like he was Heath Ledger's Joker and Cesar Romero's Joker before he ends up getting dipped in acid chemicals, if that makes sense. Then it's like he becomes Jack Nicholson's Joker, and I don't know about Jared Leto's Joker, but you know what I mean? Like, but it was a great story. I love it. But if you guys seen it, leave a comment. Let me know what you guys think. Go check it out, and of course, stay woke. God bless you.